In this video, we will solve O-Level Mathematics, Paper 1, Variant 1 for May-June 2018. So let's start with question number 1. Evaluate 3.5 minus 1.9 divided by 0.8. So I can quickly remove this decimal by multiplying by 10 in the numerator as well as in the denominator. So if I multiply by 10 in the numerator, I will get 35 minus 19 and then divide by 8. 35 minus 19 will give me 25 and 20 and then 16. So 16 over 8, it will be 2. Part B is evaluate 9 plus 6 divided by 3 minus 4. So using the BODMAS rule, we will first do the division. So 6 divided by 3 is 2. So I will get 9 plus 2 minus 4. Then 9 plus 2 is 11. 11 and then minus 4, which is equals to 7. Question number 2 is work out 15% of 180. So this is 15 over 100 multiplied by 80. So this will give you the 15% of 80. So I can cancel out this 0 with this 0. 15 times 8 is 8 times 5 is 40. 4 carry, 8 ones are 8 plus 4 is 12. 120 over 10, which is 12. So 15% of 80 is 12. Work out 3 by 5 or minus 2 by 7, giving your answer as a fraction in its simplest form. So since 5 and 7 do not have any common factors, my LCM will be 35. So since I multiplied by 7 here, I will multiply by 7 in the numerator. 7 times 3 is 21 minus. I multiplied 7 by 5, so I have to multiply 2 by 5 as well. So 2 times 5 is 10. So 21 minus 10 is 11 over 35. And you cannot simplify it any further, so the answer is 11 over 35. So question number 3 is write these numbers in order of size, starting with the smallest. So there are some fractions and some decimals. So what we can do is we can convert these fractions into decimals as well. So we know that 1 divided by 3 is 0.3333. 15 divided by 40 will be, I can add the decimal here. So 150 will be 40 times 3 is 120. I get 5 minus 2, 330. Add another 0, bring it down 300. 40 times 7 is 280. 280. I will get 20 and bring another 0 down 200. 40 times 5 is 200. So 15 over 40 is 0.375. 0.3 and 9 divided by 31. Let's quickly do this as well. So you have to write the decimal 90. 31 times 3 will be 93. So 31 times 2 will be 62. And I will get 8. 8 minus 6 will give you 28. And I don't need to go any further because the rest of the decimals are already 0.3. So I can write it as 0.2 as well because it won't make a difference. So let's start. So this is 0.32 as it is, and this is 0.3 as it is. So the smallest straight away you can see is 0.2, which is 9 over 31. The next largest value is 0.3 because this is 0.3000. 0.32 is larger. So 0.3, this one will be the next one. So these two are written. So out of these three, 0.33, 0.32, 0.37. So 0.32 is the next largest. Then 0.333 is the next largest, which is 1 over 3. And then the last remaining one is 0.375, which is 15 over 40. So this is how you will arrange them from smallest to largest. So question number 4 is the diagram shows part of a shape which is symmetrical about the line L. Complete the shape. So your line L here is the line of symmetry. So you will reflect everything on the other side of line of symmetry. So we can start with this point here. So since this is already on the line of symmetry, your reflection will also be here on the line of symmetry. So this is your first point here. So this point when reflected, so I connect it straight with a 90-degree angle to the line of symmetry, which is the line of reflection. Then I go the same distance on the other side, so I will end up here. So this point here will be reflected onto this point. So this is your first point, this is your second point. Then your third point is here. So if I connect it at a 90-degree angle to my line of symmetry and then continue the same distance on the other side, so this point will be reflected here. Then the next point is this one. So I connect it here at a 90-degree angle and same distance on the other side would be here. And then this point, which is on the line of symmetry, so its reflection will be at the same point. So now I can join these dots to complete the shape. So this, then here, like this, and then like, oh. So this is your shape, which has line of symmetry with this line L. Part B is the diagram shows part of a shape that has rotational symmetry of order 2 about the point O. Complete the shape. So since you have rotational symmetry of order 2, that means if you divide 360, which is the full rotation, by your rotational symmetry order 2, you get 180 degrees. So that means this pattern repeats every 180 degrees. So let me quickly show you here. So this is the same shape that I have here. So if I try to rotate it 180 degrees, I need to see what it looks like. So I rotate it 180 degrees. You can do this by rotating your question paper. So you rotate it 180 degrees and you can just simply draw this shape that you get after 180 degrees, because the shape repeats after every 180 degrees. So if you look at this shape here, I have to go 2 blocks above O. So just draw this shape on the original diagram here. So let me draw this. So I have to go two, 2 points above O. So this is already drawn here. So this will be extended to 2 points. Then one to the left, then one to the left like this. Then one to the left and 3 down. So this line here will be, I'll join these 2 points. So like this, and then two to the right, two to the right, like this, and then back to point O. Back to point O is already drawn. So this is how you will complete this diagram. So you find the angle after which the shape should repeat, which is 360 divided by your symmetry order, which is 2 in this case. So I get 180 degrees. I rotated the shape 180 degrees and I basically draw the shape after rotation after a rotation of 180 degrees on the original diagram. So what you can do is you can rotate your question paper, observe what the shape looks like, and just complete the diagram like this. Question number 5 is a plane leaves London on a flight to Dubai. The plane lands in Dubai where the local time is 17:20. The flight is 6 hours and 50 minutes long. The local time in Dubai is 3 hours ahead of local time in London. Calculate the local time when the flight left. So you're first given the landing time in Dubai. We can convert this landing time in Dubai to landing time according to the London time, because London is 3 hours behind. And once we have the arrival time or the landing time in London time, I can subtract the flight duration to get the departure time of the flight. So Dubai, uh, let me in fact write it as landing time in Dubai local time. It's 17:20. And time difference, I'll subtract that, which is 3 hours, 0300. Then I will get landing time in London local time. So this is 0 minus 0 is 0, 2 minus 0, 2, 7 minus 3, 4, 14:20. So the flight landed in Dubai at 14:20 London time. Now what's the departure time? So departure time in London local time will be equals to 14:20 minus the flight duration, which is 0650, 6 hours 50 minutes. So let's do that subtraction. 14:20 minus 0650. So since I cannot subtract 50 from 20, I have to carry 1 hour. So that will leave me 13 here, and this will become 60 plus 20, which is 80. 0 minus 0 is 0, 8 minus 5 is 3, and then 13 minus 6 is 07. So the local time in London when the flight departed is 0730 or 7:30 a.m. Part B is at one time during the flight, the temperature inside the plane is 17 degrees Celsius. The temperature outside the plane is 43 degrees Celsius. Work out the difference between inside and outside temperatures. So difference would be equal to max temperature minus minimum. Max is 17, minimum is minus 43. So this will be equal to 17 plus 43, which is 43, 53, and then 60. So this will be, the difference is 60 degrees Celsius. Part C is the plane leaves London where the outside temperature is 17. The plane rises to a height where the outside temperature is 43. The temperature increases by 2 degrees Celsius with every increase of 300 meters in height. So change in temperature ratio change in height of the plane. So for every 2 degrees Celsius, the height changes by 300 meters. So we need to find calculate the increase in height of the plane when the temperature increases from changes from 17 to 43. So we already calculated this change is how much? 60 degrees Celsius. So change in temperature is 60, and we have to find the change in height or increase in height. So that is the unknown x. And these values are directly proportional. Higher the change in temperature, higher the change in height. So I will cross multiply these to form my equation. So this will be 2x equals to 300 times 60. So this will give me 2x equals to 6 threes are 18, and then 1 2 3 zeros, and then x will be 1800 divided by 2, which is I think I made a mistake. So there are 3 zeros. 360. 6 threes are 18, and then 3 zeros. So this is 18,000. So 18,000 divided by 2 will be 9,000. So the change in height is 9,000 meter when the change in temperature was 60 degrees Celsius. Started at 17 and ended at minus 43 degrees Celsius. Question number 6 is, what fraction of this 4 by 4 square is shaded? So if you look at the shaded region, it has these fractional squares as well that are shaded, which are quite hard to calculate. But if you look at the unshaded region, it's easier to calculate the unshaded region. So we can calculate the total area and subtract the unshaded region to get the fraction that is shaded. So total uh, area is what? You have a 4 by 4 square. So total area is 16 and unshaded area. So let's see how much is unshaded. So unshaded is this triangle here is unshaded. So what's the area of this? 1 by 2 into base is what? 1, 2, 3 blocks into height is 2. Plus this trapezium is also unshaded. So this is the trapezium that is also unshaded. So this is side S1, side S2, the two parallel sides, and this is the height. So what is the area of trapezium? 1 by 2 into height is how many blocks? 1, 2, 3, 4 into the two sides. 1 and the other side is 2. So 1 plus 2, sum of parallel sides. So this will give you 2 and 2 cancel out. So this will be 3 plus 2 times 1, 2 times 2 is 4, 2 plus 1 is 3, 3 into 2 is 6, which is 9. So 9 blocks are unshaded. So how many blocks are shaded? So shaded equals to total blocks are 16. Out of those, 9 are unshaded. So this leaves us 16 minus 9 will be 7. So 7 blocks. So this shaded area comprises of 7 blocks. So but you are asked what fraction of the 4 by 4 square is shaded. So 7 out of the 16 are shaded. So the fraction shaded is 7 over 16. Part B is a youth club has 150 members, 60 of the members are girls. What percentage of the club members are girls? So 60 out of the 150 are girls. So to find the percentage, you multiply it by 100. So I can cancel out this 0 with this 0. I will get 60 over, sorry, it's not 60, 600 over 15. I can divide it by 15, I think. Yes, 15 times 1 is 15. 15 times 4 is 60, and then the 0. So 40% of the club members are girls. Part C is Ben is given some money. He spends some of it and saves the remainder. The ratio of the money he spends to the money he saves is 3:1. He spends $15. Calculate the amount of money Ben was given. So he spends, so if there are four, if you divide the money into 4 parts, he spends 3 parts and he saves 1 part. So that means he spends 3 out of the 4, or 3/4 of the money. So let's say the total money was X. So he spent 3 by 4 of X, and he spent how much? $15. So you can calculate X from this. X will be, I take this 4 here, 15 times 4, and then 3 becomes in the denominator on this side. And 3 times 1 is 3, 3 times 5 is 15, so 5 fours are 20. So the total amount of money Ben was given was $20. So you use this ratio to find the fraction of money, which was 3 by 4 of the total money X that he spent, and you are given that he spent $15. So 3 by 4 of total money is 15, and then use this equation to solve for X, which is the total amount of money. So question number 7 is Osama recorded the number of items bought by each of 20 customers at a shop. The results are given below. So 3 customers bought 1 item, 0 customer bought 2 items, and so on. So write down the mod. So mod is the value with the highest frequency. So the number of customers highest is 7. So 5 items were bought by 7 customers. Your mod will be 5. Find the median number of items bought. So you have 20 items. So median is what? 20 divided by 2 is 10. So since this is an even number, I will have to find the average of the 10th plus the 11th value divided by 2 is the median. So median is not 10 actually. Median is, this is equals to median. So you divide the total number by 2. Since this was an even number, I get 10, and then you add 1 to it, because you have, for even number, you have to add the middle value and the one greater value. So 10th value plus 11th value divided by 2. So what is the 10th value? So this is in ascending order. One person bought 3 items. Oh, sorry, 1 item was bought by 3 customers, 2 items were bought by 0 customers, 3 items were bought by 5 customers. So let's see where is the 10th value. So up till here you have 3 customers, then 0, then you get 8 customers up till here. 5 plus 3 is 8. Then you have 11 customers here. So that means the 10th and 11th value is 4. How did I do it? Let me show you again. So here the range is 1 till 3 because you have 3 customers here. Then it's 0, so the range is doesn't change at all. Here you have 5 customers. That means the 4th customer up till the 4th customer up till 5 plus 3 is 8. So let me erase this. 4 till 8th, then your value 9th customer is here, and you add 8 plus 3 is 11. So 9 till 11 values are here. So your both 10th and 11th value is 4. So your median is 10th and 11th value, which is 4 plus 4 divided by 2, which is 8 divided by 2, which is 4. So if you don't understand these ranges, you can actually write them out as well. So how many times do we see 1? Number of items brought 1 by 3 customers. So you have 3 ones, 1, 1, 1. You have 0 twos, so you don't write any 2. You have 5 threes. So 5 customers bought 3 items. That means I have to write 3 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then 3 customers bought 4 items. So 3 times, I have to write 4 3 times. Then 7 customers bought 5 items. So 5 appears 7 times. 5 has a frequency of 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Now if I start from this, this is my first value, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, 10th value is this, and 11th value is this, which is 4 and 4. So your median is 10 plus 11 divided by 2, which gives you 4. Calculate the mean number of items bought. So your mean will be the sum of all these. I have to write 6 as well here. So 6 appears 2 times. So I will write 6 here as well. So your mean is sum of all this divided by 20 because your total number of customers were 20. Or if you don't have these written like this, you can simply multiply the each value with its frequency. So 1 times 3, which is this, then 2 times 0, which is 0, so I didn't write it here, plus 3 times 5, 3 times 5, so 3 is 5 times here, plus 4 times 3, 4 times 3, plus 5 times 7, 5 times 7, plus 6 times 2, 6 times 2, and then whole divided by 20. So let's see, 3 plus 0 plus 15 plus 12 plus 35 plus 12 whole divided by 20. So 15 plus 3 is 18. 18 plus 12 will be 28, 30, 65, 75, 77 over 20. So you have 77 over 20, which is 3 whole 17 over 20. So their mean value is 3 whole 17 over 20. Part D is Osama draws a pie chart to show the data. Calculate the angle of the sector on the pie chart which represents the number of people who bought 3 items. So how many people bought 3 items? 5 customers. So 5 out of the total 20. 5 out of the 20 bought 3 items. So for a pie chart, your full pie chart is full 360 degrees. So the customers who bought 3 items are represented by 5 over 20 into 360. So the sector angle will be 0, 0 cancel out. 2 times 1 is 2. 2 times 18 is 36. So I get 18 times 5. 8 times 5 is 40, 4 carry, 5 and the 5, and then 90. So 90 degrees. So if you draw a pie chart, 5 over 20 of 360 is 90 degrees. So the angle of the sector representing this value of 5 customers that bought 3 items is 90 degrees. So question number 8 is A, B, C are points on the circumference of the circle. So A, B, and C are on the circumference with center O. O is the midpoint of BC, and ABC equals to 38 degree. Tangents are drawn from T to touch the circle at A and B. So the tangents, since they come from the same exterior point T, these lengths will be equal. This is one of the properties of these you have studied in, I think, the angle properties of circles, where if you have a line that is coming from the same external point and it touches the circumference of the circle, so it's a tangent, the two tangents will be equal since they originated from the same exterior point. And since this is the diameter, the angle that this tangent makes with this diameter will be, or this radius will be 90 degrees. This is also one of the angle properties of the circle. So first we need to calculate angle BCA. BCA is this angle which is unknown. So this angle BAC is 90 degrees because this is the diameter, and you know the property that angle subtended by the diameter or angle in the semicircle on the circumference is 90 degrees. So now I can use the property of this triangle ABC, where 90 degree, this angle, plus 38 degrees plus this angle BCA should be equal to 180 degrees. So angle BCA will be equals to 180 minus 90 plus 38 will be 100. Oh, in fact, this is part B. So this will be here. 90 plus 38 plus BCA is equals to 180. So BCA will be equals to 180 minus 90 plus 38 is 128. So 180 minus 128 will be 52. So BCA is 52. The next part is calculate angle ATB. ATB is this angle, and these two angles are equal because these two sides are equal. So let's call them X and X. And since this full angle is 90 degrees because it's a radius and the tangent, I can find X. X equals to 90 minus 38, which is 60 and 52 degrees. So this is 52, this is 52, and this is unknown. So I can use the triangle ATB. So ATB angle plus this X and this X, which is 52. 52 plus 52 equals to 180. So ATB will be 180 minus 104, which is 76. So ATB is 76 degrees. Question 9 is find the integers that satisfy this inequality. So you have to make x the subject in the middle. So I will first subtract 5 from both sides of the inequalities. So 1 minus 5 is less than 3x is less than equal to 11 minus 5. So 1 minus 5 is minus 4 is less than 3x is less than equal to 11 minus 5 will be 6. And then I divide by 3 on all sides. So I get minus 4 over 3 is greater than x is less than equal to 2. So minus 4 by 3 is what? It's something minus 1 point something. So let me quickly actually do it. 4 divided by 3 is 3 ones are 3, 1 decimal, 10. So yeah, it will be 1.3333 and so on. So minus 1.333 x is less than equal to 2. So we are looking for integer values. So if you have your number line here, you have minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1, 2, and 3. So in this inequality, minus 1.33 will be somewhere here, minus 1.33. So your x is greater than minus 1.33. That means x can take a value of minus 1. X can also take a value of 0, also an integer. 1 is also an integer. Less than equal to 2, that means 2 is also included. So these are your possible integer values of x. Minus 1, 0, 1 and 2. Question number 10 is the scale diagram below shows a barn ABCD. AB is 7 meters and BC is 4 meters. On the diagram, 1 centimeter represents 1 meter. A horizontal rail is attached to the outside wall of the barn from A to B. So a rail is attached from A to B here on the outside. Jasper is a dog attached to a rope 3 meter long. The other end of the rope is attached to the rail and can slide along it. On the diagram, shade the region where Jasper can go. So the rope is attached to the rail that is installed on the outside wall between points A and B. So let's suppose it's attached at this point here. Uh, and then that means if this is 3 centimeters, since 1 centimeter represents 1 meter. So if this is 3 centimeter and let's call Jasper J, and Jasper is attached to this rope. So it can move a maximum of 3 centimeters, which in real world will be 3 meters from the wall. So this point is sliding. So if Jasper wants to move here, it can move here as well. So that will be another 3 centimeter and Jasper can move here because this point, this is a rail and the rail can slide basically along this wall AB. So that means Jasper can be anywhere between 0 and 3 centimeters from this wall AB. It can be right uh, at this point where the rope is just like this, and it is still the rope is 3 meters long, and Jasper could be here as well. So the maximum distance the dog can move away from the wall is 3 centimeters or 3 meters in the real world. But what happens when the dog reaches this end point here at A? So if this is A, this dog can be 3 centimeters in this direction, 3 centimeters, or it can also be 3 centimeters in this direction, or it can also go 3 centimeter in this direction. So this is the final point on the rail. So that means it will be 3 centimeters from this point A, 3 centimeters away from this point A. So what's the locus of points that are equidistant from a point? It's a circle. So here at the end, you will be drawing a kind of a semicircle. So since it's the outside wall, so you're not drawing inside. So your circle will start at the boundary and it will go something like this with the radius of 3 centimeters where the dog can easily move. So all the region inside that semicircle, and then there will be a straight line here which is 3 centimeter away from this line AB. So this is 3 centimeter. And then again on this side, the dog can move here 3 centimeters, this direction. So this could be 3 centimeter or this could be 3 centimeter. So there will be another semicircle here of radius 3 centimeters. And then it will join this straight line. So the dog basically can move anywhere inside this region with the rope of length 3 centimeters or 3 meters in the actual world. So let's draw this locus now that I have shown. So first we need to draw a line, straight line, which is 3 centimeters, which represents 3 meters away from this line AB. So to draw the locus of points that are 3 centimeters away from line AB, I'll use my set square here. So make sure your set square is aligned properly with the line so that whenever you mark the distance, it will be at a 90-degree angle. So I'll place it here. So now it's at 0 here. So 3 centimeter away, this will be my point, and it's also making an angle of 90-degree because sets this angle of a set square is always 90. So this is a perpendicular distance of 3 centimeter from this point A. And then I will do the same for this point B as well. So this is, I'll place it here at 0. Again, my set is parallel to this line. I've aligned it before. So make sure you're aligned properly. And then I will mark 3 centimeter here as well. So now if I join these 2 points, I will get a line which is 3 centimeters away from the line AB. So let's first also draw the circles as well for the locus of points that are 3 centimeter from B at this point, and then from 3 centimeter from A would be a locus or semicircle like this. So for that, I will use my compass here. So I will open it up till 3 centimeters. So this is my compass. I'll open it 3 centimeter. Then I'll place it at this point B. And I will draw this arc, which will start at this point, which is 3 centimeters, and then go all the way up till here. So this is like the outer boundary, or like the maximum distance that the dog can move. It can be anywhere inside as well. So we'll shade the region inside as well. And then place it on A as well to draw another semicircle. So I'll start again at the outer boundary of this barn and then draw up till this point, which is 3 centimeter from the line AB. And then I will join these 2 points with a straight line. So this is like the maximum distance away from the barn's walls that the dog can be. So all these points, so these points are 3 centimeter from this point A, and then all the way from this point up till this point, this is locus of points that are 3 centimeter from line AB, and then this is the locus of points that are 3 centimeter from point B. So the dog can freely move anywhere inside this region. So you will shade this whole region, which represents where the dog Jasper can go. So let me shade this region. So this will be your answer for this question. The next question is, you are given two matrices that are being multiplied and you're given the result of the multiplication as well. So you have to find A and B. So we can multiply these two matrices and form the equations where we can equate each corresponding values on the left side of the equation with the matrix on the right side. So this is a 2 by 2 matrix and you're multiplying it with another 2 by 2 matrix. So the columns of the first matrix is equal to the rows of the first. So they cancel out. What you're left with 2 by 2, and that is true. You're getting a 2 by 2 matrix in the result after the multiplication. So let's start the multiplication. First, we will multiply the first row with the first column. So this will be 2 times minus 4 plus 3a. So this will, since you are multiplying first row and first column, this will be your value in the first row, first column of the resultant matrix after multiplication. Then you multiply first row with the second column, you will get 2b plus 2a. So you're multiplying first row with second column. So you're getting the value in the first row, but the second column of the matrix. So then multiply second row with the first, you get minus 3 times minus 4 plus 3. 3 times 1 is 3. So this is second row multiplied by the first column. So you're getting the value in the second row and the first column of this resultant matrix. And then the last one will be second row and second column, which will be minus 3b plus 2. And you know that the answer after multiplication should be 7, 10, 15, and 2. And you can see that minus 4 times minus 3 is plus 12, plus 12 plus 3, 15. So this is correct. So now we need to find the values of a and b. So here I have only a as the unknown in this equation. So I can equate this value with the corresponding value, which is 7. So 2 times minus 4 is minus 8 plus 3a is what? 7. So 3A will be 7 plus 8, which is 15. So 3A equals to 15 and A equals to 5. So the value of A is 5. And then to find B, I can use this equation where I can use this value, which only has B unknown, and I can equate it with the corresponding value in the other on the right side matrix, which is 2. So minus 3B plus 2 is equals to 2. So if I take this 2 to the other side, it becomes 2 minus 2, which is 0. So this will give me B equals to 0. So this is how you will solve, but you actually don't need to do the full multiplication like I did here. So since you realize you have to find A and B, you can quickly see that if I take the first row and the first column, I will only have A as the unknown. So I'm taking first row and first column. That means that will be equal to the first row and the first column value, which is 7 here. So I can quickly write the equation as multiplying first row and first column. I get minus 4 times 2 and then plus 3A and equal to 7. So I can straight away solve for A from this rather than writing the full matrix. And then for B as well, I can see that if I multiply this row with this column, the only unknown is B. And this is the second row that I'm multiplying with the second column. So second row, second column value is this, which is 2. So I'll just write this equation and solve it for B. So that way I won't need to write the full multiplication of the matrix. But if you want, you can do that as well if that seems easier. Question 12 is Bessia records the color of 100 cars passing the school gate. Her results are recorded in the table. So she saw 43 black cars, 18 gray cars, and so on. So use Bessia's results to estimate the probability that the next car seen is a blue car. So you have to find what is the probability of seeing a blue car. So how many blue cars did she see? She saw 9. And what's the total number of cars over 100? So your probability of blue is 9 over 100. In the next hour, 500 cars pass the school gate. Use Bessia's result to estimate the number of these cars that are red. So what is the probability? First, we need to find the probability of getting the red, and then we can multiply that probability with 500 to get the actual number of cars that we expect would be red from 500 cars. So what is the probability of getting a red car? It's 12 because she saw 12 cars, red cars out of the 100. So 12 over 100 is the probability of getting red. So number of red cars among 500 cars would be equal to the probability, which is 12 over 100 multiplied by 500. So zeros cancel out. 12 times 5 is 60. So this is 60. So out of 500, you expect that 60 would be red cars. Part C is Colin records the color of the next 100 cars passing the school gate, and his results are shown in this table. Use Bessia's and Colin's combined results to estimate the number of red cars that would be seen when 500 cars pass the school gate. So now our probability, we have to recalculate what is the probability of seeing a red car. So if you're combining the results, how many total cars did Colin and Bessia saw combined? Each one of them saw 100, so total cars were 200. And what is the combined number of red cars that they saw? So Colin saw 18 and Bessia saw 12. So this is 18 plus 12, which is 20, 30 over 200. So now you have the probability of red, and we can use the same technique that we used in the previous part. So number of red cars among 500 cars would be 30 over 200, 30 over 200 multiplied by the total number of cars, which are 500 that we're looking for. And then we can cancel these two zeros with these two zeros. 30 times 5 is 150 divided by 2, which is 75. So now we expect 75 cars would be red out of the 500 cars. Part D is which of the estimates in Part B and Part C is likely to be the best? Give a reason for your decision. So we calculated from Bessia's results that 60 cars out of 500 will be red. And when we combined the results of Bessia and Colin, we get 75 cars out of 500 would be red. So which is the better estimate, 60 or 75? We will say 75, which is part C. So the estimate in part C is better. Why? Because your sample size is larger. Here you have your sample size is the like the combined number of cars that Becia and Collins saw, which is 200. If you look at only Becia's results, you're only looking at 100 cars, and your probability is always more accurate when you have a larger sample size. So because sample size is larger. It's similar to saying, like, if you have a coin which has two sides, head and tail, you expect, if it's an unbiased coin, you expect the probability of getting like a head would be 1 by 2, right? But if you flip it only once and you get tails, and you conclude that from that result you have probability of tail is 1 and probability of head is 0. But if you flip the coin like 100 or 1000 times, you will get close to this probability of head equals to 1 by 2 and probability of tail equals to 1 by 2 as well. So larger the sample size, if you go to 10,000, 100,000 coin flips, you will get even closer to the actual probability values of 1 by 2 and 1 by 2. So similar here as well, larger the sample size, the more accurate will be your probability. The more accurate your probability is, the more accurate your result will be for this number of red cars among 500 cars. So always in terms of like probabilities, larger sample sizes are always better for a correct estimation of probabilities. Question number 13 is the table below shows the masses of 10 mothers and their babies at birth. So you have mass of mother and mass of baby. On the grid, complete the scatter diagram. The first 6 points have been plotted for you. So these 6 has been plotted. The first that we need to plot is where the mass of mother is 70 and the mass of baby is 3.9. So on the x-axis, you have the mass of mother. So this is 50, this is 60, and there are 10 blocks in between. So that means each small block represents a value of 1. So 70 will be right here, which is 70, and then on the x-axis, oh sorry, the y-axis, you have 10 blocks between 2 and 3. So that means each small block here represents a value of 0.1. So this will be 2.1, 2.2. This middle value will be 2.5. So let's look at the first one, 70 and 3.9. So this is 70, this is 3, this is 4, and the one small block below will be 3.9. So this will be my value, 70 and 3.9. The next one is 89 and 4.3. So 89 will be one block before this, and then we have to go up till 4.3. So this will be 4.5, 4.4, and then this will be 4.3 and 89 on the x-axis. Then you have 57 and 3.2. So 57 will be 3 blocks here, and you have to go up till 3, 3.1, 3.2. So 2 blocks above 3 and 3 blocks before 60, which is 57. So 57 and 3.2 will be this point. And the last one is 75 and 4.4. 75 will be this, and then 4.5 is this, then 4.4 will be this value. So what type of correlation is shown on the scatter diagram? So if you see with increasing mass of the mother, the mass of the baby is also increasing. So if you move from left to right side, both values are increasing. Mass of baby is going up and mass of mother is also increasing. So the correlation is positive. On the scatter diagram, draw a line of best fit. So let me first select the line here. So to draw the line of best fit, I'll try to draw such a line which passes through some points, and then I have equal number of points above and below my line. So If I join this point with this point, I will have 1, 2, 3, 4 points above the line and 1, 2, 3, 4 points below the line. So this seems like a good way to plot this line. So if I start here and I pass through these 2 points and I extend it till the end. So let me make sure. So like this. So now this line here seems like a good fit where it's passing through 2 points. Uh, yeah. So it's passing through these 2 points. Then I have 1, 2, 3, 4 points above the line, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4 points below the line as well. So this looks like a good fit. Part D is Anna has a mass of 82 kg and gives birth to a baby. Use your line of best fit to estimate the mass of the baby. So the mother's mass is 82 kgs, which is this line here, 82. So we have to see where this intersects our line of best fit. So if you keep going up, so it intersects at this point. So this line here. So this is three small blocks above 4, so this will be 4.3. So the mass of the baby will be 4.3 kg. Question number 14 is factorize completely. So you have 2ax minus 3by plus 6bx minus ay. So I can rearrange these values. 2ax and 3by do not have anything in common. I can move this ay not here, in fact. Oops. So this is the question here. So I can move this ay along this 2ax. So if I rewrite this equation, I would get 2ax minus ay minus 3by plus 6bx. So now I can take a common from this first one. So if I take a common, I get 2x minus y. And then I can take minus 3b as common. So this is 3by in fact. So if I take minus 3b common, I will get y minus this plus will be, so this will be plus here. Oh no, in fact, this will be minus. Minus, and then I will get, if I take 3b common, I will get y minus 2x like this. So here I have 2x minus y, but here I have y minus 2x. So the signs are opposite. So what I can do is I can change the sign outside. I can make this plus, and then I'll have to change the signs inside as well. That way I will have 2x minus y here and 2x minus y here as well. So let's rewrite them, a into 2x minus y. And if I take plus 3b, and this will become 2x minus y as well. Just to reconfirm, I can open this bracket. I will get 6bx, which is correct, plus 6bx, and I will get minus 3by minus 3by. So if you have opposite signs here, like I had here, I can simply change the sign outside, and then I'll have to flip the signs inside as well. So now I have 2x minus y as common. So now I can factorize it like this, 2x minus y into a plus 3b. The next part is 27x squared minus 3y squared. So I can take 3 common. This will become 9x squared minus y squared. And then I can factorize this further because I can use the formula a squared minus b squared equals to a plus b into a minus b. So I can write this as 3 into 3x squared minus y squared. So now my A is 3x and my B is y. So now I can use this formula, and this will give me 3 into 3x plus y, 3x plus y into 3x minus y. So this will be 3 into 3x plus y into 3x minus y. The next question is, you're given f of x and g of x. The first part is find f of 5. So to find f of 5, I'll simply substitute 5 in place of x here. So I'll get 3 minus 2 into 5, which is 3 minus 10, which is minus 7. Find g of minus 2. So I will simply substitute minus 2 in place of x. So I have x cube here. So that means I have to take minus 2 cube minus 1. Minus 2 cube will be 2 times 2, 4, 4 times 2, 8, minus 8. Minus 8 times 4 will be minus 32 minus 1, which is minus 33. Part C is find and simplify f of 4x cube minus 1. So you have to find f of 4x cube minus 1. So you will substitute in place of x here, you will substitute this value. So you will get 3 minus 2, and then in place of x, I have to substitute 4x cube minus 1. So if I open up this bracket to simplify the expression, I will get 3 minus 8x cube, and this minus will become plus and 2. And then 3 plus 2 is 5, so I will have 5 minus 8x cube. So your final answer would be 5 minus 8x cube. Question number 16, part A is evaluate 3 cube minus 3 power 0. So we know that 3 cube will be 3 times 3 is 9, and 9 times 3 is 27, and 3 power 0 will be 1. So this will be 26. Part B is simplify completely this expression. So first I can simplify the expression, and then I will bring this power 1 by 2 inside. So if I look here, I can 9 over 16 will be, so there's nothing common here. So I can cancel this a cube, and I will be left with a power 2 in the denominator. 5 minus 3 is 2. And then I can cancel this b, and b powered will be b powered 2, because 3 minus 1 is 2. So now I have 9b squared in the numerator, and then I have 16a square in the denominator, and then whole power 1 over 2. So 1 over 2 is just the square root. So this will be square root of 9b square over square root of 16a square, and square root of 9 is 3. Square root of b square would be simply b. Similarly, square root of 16 is 4, and square root of a square will be a. So your answer will be 3b over 4a. Question 17 is, the diagram shows a square ABCD. So this is a square joined with a right angled triangle with side 6 and 7 centimeter. Calculate the area of pentagon ABECD. So you have to find this full area. So to find this area, I can find the area of the square. And so I can find the area of this square here. And then I can add the area of this triangle to get the uh, full area of this pentagon. So to find the area of the square, I need to know the this one of the sides of the square, which I can find easily by using the Pythagoras theorem, since this is a right triangle triangle. So this length BC squared will be equal to 6 square plus 7 square. So BC square is 36 plus 49. Uh, 36 plus 49 will be, let's do this quickly, 9 plus 6, 15, 1 carry, 4, 3, 7, 85. So BC squared will be 85. BC will be square root of 85. Now to find the area of pentagon, area of pentagon will be equal to area of square plus area of triangle. So what is the area of square? We know that one side is square root of 85. So area will be simply 85 square root whole square. Basically, you multiply the two sides. 80 square root 85 multiplied by square root 85 is basically square of square root 85. Plus area of triangle will be 1 by 2 into base is 7 and height is 6. So this square root and square cancel out. So get 85 plus 7 times, I can cancel this with this. 7 threes are 21. So 85 plus 21 will be 106. So the area of pentagon is 106 centimeter square. So the next question is the speed time graph shows the motion of the car. Describe fully the motion of the car represented by each line AB, BC, and CD on the graph. AB has been done for you. So AB, since it's a speed time graph, the gradient of the speed time graph is acceleration. So the car accelerates for the first 20 seconds from 0 till this is 18 because this is 15, this is 20, and there are 10 blocks in between. So 5 over 10 is 0.5. So each small block represents a value of 0.5. So two blocks will represent a change of 1. So this is 16, 17, and 18. So the car accelerates from 0 to 18, which is an acceleration of 0.9 meter per second square for the first 20 seconds. So this is 20 seconds. So BC would be the speed is constant, and how long is the duration? From 20 till this point, which is right in the middle. So on the x-axis, each small block represents 1 second. So this is 70. So this duration is 50 seconds, right? So BC represents uh, accelerate. So this is BC is constant speed of 18, because this is here is this one here is 18. So constant speed of 18 meter per second for how long? For 50 seconds. For 50 seconds. And then CD, you can see the car is decelerating. So since in AB you were given acceleration, so we will have to find this deceleration. So we can find quickly the deceleration. So deceleration will be change in speed. So change in speed is from 18 to 0. So change in speed is 18. And the time taken will be this duration. So let me mark it here. So you have to find this value. It's in the middle of this small block. So let's see. So this is 70, this is 80. That means each small block represents a value of 2. So this will be 82, 84, and then in the middle it'll be 85. So how long is the time taken? From 70 to 85, it's 15 seconds. So 18 divided by 15 will be 15 times 1 is 15. Then you have 3 remainder. I'll add a decimal, bring the 0 down, and then this will be 1.2. 2 times is 30. So this is 0. So this is decelerates at 1.2 meter per second square, 1.2 meter per second square for how long? For 15 seconds. For 15 seconds. So this is how you'll complete these statements. Part B is find the total distance traveled by the car. So the total distance will be given by the area under the graph. So this is a trapezium. So I can use the formula for trapezium. So this will be 1 by 2 into height into the sum of the two parallel sides, S1 and S2. So what is the height? Height is 18. And the one side is 85. Plus the other side is, this is 20 and this is 70, and you've already calculated it here, which is 50. So 85 plus 50 will be So I can cancel this out. 2 times 1 and 2 times 9 is 18. So 9 times 85 plus 50 will be uh, 85 plus 50 will give me 135. So you have to find 135 times 9. 9 fives are 45, 4 carry. 9 threes are 27. 27 plus 4 is 31. 3 carry. 9 ones are 9. 9 plus 3 will be 12. So the total distance is 1215. 1215 meters traveled by the car during this motion. So question number 19 is part A is one day in 2016 the population of Nepal was this. Write this number correct to three significant figures. So you'll start from the left side. Your first non-zero number is this 2, and then your second significant figure will be this 8. Then 7 will be your third significant figure. So since we are writing up till 3, we'll look at the next number, which is 9. So 9 is greater than or equal to 5. So this 7 will be rounded up. So I will have 2, 8, and then I'll round up 7, this 7 to 8, and then the rest of them will be zeros. So 0, 0, 0. So this will be your population of Nepal, correct to three significant figures. So 28, 8, 0, 0, and then 0, 0, 0. The table below shows the approximate population of some countries in 2016 and their land areas. The population of India was approximately this. In the table above, complete the row for India, write the number in standard form. So since you have to write this in standard form, that means I will have to move my decimal how many places? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this will be 1.3 into 10 power 8 because I moved my decimal to the left by 8 places. Part 2 is calculate total land area of India and Nigeria. So India and Nigeria are these two. So we will simply add the land areas to get the total land area of the two countries. So area would be 3.3 into 10 power 6 plus 9.2 into 10 power 5. So to add these two, we need to make the powers of 10 the same. So this is in standard form. This is also in standard form. So I can change this 10 to the power 6 by moving this decimal one place to the left. So 3.3 into 10 power 6 plus 0.92. So I move the decimal one place to the left. That means I will increase the power of 10 by 1 as well. Now the powers of 10 are same, so I can take them common. So I will get 3.3 plus 0.92 into 10 power 6. So let me add 3.3 plus 0.92. So I'll have a 0 here. 2, 9 plus 3 is 12, 1 carry. So 4.22 into 10 power 6 is the combined area of these two countries. 4.22 into 10 power 6. The next part is which country in the table has the smallest population per kilometer square. So you're basically calculating population per kilometer square. That means population divided by land area to get population per kilometer square. So you don't have to actually calculate like each of these values. So this is basically population density, right? Uh, population per kilometer square. So if I have this column, I don't actually need to calculate each of these values, divide the population by land area for each of these countries. It will be a really long task, and you can see that this question is only for 1 mark. So that means we have to like do it quickly, and you can see like if you divide this population by land areas, if you ignore these numbers, just take these 10 powers and you will see quickly which is the smallest uh, which is the country which has the smallest population per kilometer square. So if I divide population by land area, so in this case, let me just show you one. 2.1 into 10 power 8 divided by 8.5 into 10 power 6. So ignore these values, just look at the powers of 6. So this will come up and this will be 10 power 8 minus 6. So this will be some value. 2.8 divided by 8.5 is some value multiplied by 10 squared. Now let's do this for the rest of the countries quickly as well. So ignore these coefficient values, just take the 10 power. So 10 power 4 divided by 10 power 6 will be something into 10 power minus 2. This will be 10 power 6 over 10 power 3. So this will be something into 10 power 3. 10 power 8 divided by 10 power 6 will be 10 powers 2. And so let me actually write it down a little below. Something into 10 squared. And let me just erase this. This is 10 power 8 over 10 power 5. So this is 10 power 3. So straight away you can see that this is much smaller compared to any other values. So the closest one is 10 squared, which is an order of magnitude 10 power 4 greater. So even if these coefficient values are bigger or smaller, doesn't matter, because you have such a massive difference of 10 powers. You know that when you compare, like if you have to compare values given in standard form, you first check which has the greatest power of 10, that is the greatest value, right? If the power of 10 are the same, then you go ahead and compare these values to check which one is smaller. So in this case, we don't even have a like a draw between powers of 10 for the smallest value. You already have this 10 power minus 2, and there is no other value which has 10 power minus 2. So that automatically means that this population per kilometer square, which is population over land area, is smallest. So this is for Greenland. So Greenland has the smallest population per kilometer square. So this the question, like it's only for 1 mark, that gives you a hint that you don't actually have to go through all the calculations doing the full divisions for each to calculate the population per kilometer square. You can just use the power of tens to quickly see, and you see that 10 power minus 2 is much smaller compared to all the rest of the population densities. So you automatically get your answer that Greenland has the smallest population per kilometer square. The next question is, a paving slab is a cuboid with length 40 centimeter, width 20 and height h. Volume is 2400 centimeter cube. Find the value of h. So you know that volume is length into width or breadth. So it's here written width. So I'll write width into height. Your volume is 2400. Your length is 40. Your width is 20 multiplied by height. So this will give your height to be 2400 divided by 40 into 20. So I can cancel these zeros with these two zeros in the numerator. Then 4 times 2 is 8. So 24 over 8 is 3. So your height is 3 centimeters. Calculate the volume of concrete needed to make 1000 of these slabs. Give your answer in meter cube. So you know that volume of one slab is 2400 centimeter cube. So of volume of 1000 slabs will be simply the volume of one slab multiplied by 1000, but this will give you the volume in centimeter cube. So you have to convert it into meter cube. So we know that 1 meter equals to 100 centimeter. So 1 meter cube will be 100 cube centimeter. So since this is in centimeter cube, so to convert this into meter cube, you will have to divide it by 100 cube, which is 100 into 100 into 100. So similar to how you convert meters into centimeter, you divide by 100. So if you have to, oh sorry, if you have to convert centimeters into meter, you divide by 100. So to convert this centimeter cube into meter cube, you divide by 100 cube. So now I can cancel these two zeros with these two zeros with this, and this zero with this. So you get 24 over 10, which is 2.4 meter cube. So your answer is 2.4 meter cube. Part C is a mathematically similar slab has length of 60 centimeter. Calculate the volume of concrete in centimeter cube needed to make one of these larger slabs. So you have to basically find the volume of the larger slab. So we can use the property of similar shapes, similar 3D shapes. We know that if you are given length of the first shape and the length of the second shape, so if you take the ratio L1 over L2 and you take the cube of this, that is equals to the volume of the first shape over the volume of the second shape. So this is the property of similar shapes, similar solids. So similarly, you also know that L1 over L2, and if you take the square, that is the ratio of the areas A1 over A2 for two similar solids. So since we are interested in volume, I'll take the cube here. So I know that let's call this shape, which is a smaller one, L1 shape 1. So the L1 length is 40 centimeters, 40, and the mathematical similar larger slab has length 60. So 40 over 60 cube equals to volume of the first slab is 2400, and the volume of the second slab is unknown that we have to calculate. So V2 is unknown. So now we can solve for V2. If I take this V2 to the other side and bring this 40 cube to the denominator here and 60 cube into the numerator here, I will get 2400 into 60 cube, which is 60 into 60 into 60, over 40 cube, which is 40 into 40 into 40. So I can quickly cancel out the three zeros here. So these three zeros will cancel out with these three zeros. And I can cancel this 4 as well. 4 times 1 is 4, and 4 times 6 is 24, and then the two zeros. So this will leave me with 600 into 6 into 6 into 6 divided by 4 into 4. So I can simplify this even further. So 2 times 2 is 4, 2 times 3 is 6. Then again 2 times 2 is 4, 2 times 3 is 6. And I can cancel this 2 out as well. 2 times 1 is 2, 2 times 3 is 6. So I will now get 600 into 3 into 3 into 3 divided by 2. And then I can cancel this 2 with this. This will be 300. So I will get 300 into 3 into 3 into 3. So I can simply add these two zeros in the multiplication result, and then 3 times 3 times 3 times 3. This is basically 3 to the power 4. So 3 times 3 is 9, 9 times 3 is 27, and 27 times 3 is 81. So 8100 centimeter cube will be the volume of the larger slab, which is mathematically similar to this given smaller slab here. Question 21 is you're given vectors p and q, write 3p minus q as a column vector. So 3p minus q will be 3 times this vector p, which is 3, 4, minus q will be minus 4, 3. So if I bring this 3 scalar inside, I will get 3 times 3 is 9, 3 times 4 is 12 here. So this will be 12 minus minus 4 and 3. So 9 minus minus becomes plus. 9 plus 4 is 13. 12 minus 3 is 9. So this is 13 and 9. Part B is R is the point 11 minus 2 and O is the point 0, 0. The vector OR can be written in the form P plus NQ where N is an integer. Find the value of N. So we can find OR because we are given the points O as well as R, and then we can equate it to this form, which is P plus NQ, and find the value of N. So what is vector OR from these 2 points? It's basically 11, which is your final point because R is after O. So 11 minus 0, and the second value in the column vector is minus 2 minus 0. This, so you get the column vector 11 minus 2. And then you're told that this OR is P plus N cube. So 11 minus 2, this OR vector is P plus NQ. So what is P? P is 3 and 4 plus N times Q is what? Minus 4 and 3. And then if you compute this further, you get 3 minus 4n. This n is minus, this n goes inside. This becomes minus 4n and 3 minus 4n. And the value below is 4 plus 3n. So now you can compare this top value with this top value or the bottom with the bottom one to calculate the value of n. So I'll use the top value in the column vector. So 11 equals to 3 minus 4n. If I take this 3 to the other side, this becomes minus 4n equals to 11 minus 3. Minus 4n equals to 11 minus 3 will be 8. And if I take minus 4 to the other side and divide it, I'll get n equals to minus 2. So your value of n is minus 2. Question number 22 is S is given as this. Find S when t equals to 121. So S equals to cube root of t is 121 plus 4. So this is cube root of 125. And we know that the cube root of 125 is 5. If you don't know, you can find it quickly. Take the prime factors of 125. So it's divisible by 5. 5 twos are 10, 225, 525. 5 times 5 and then 5 times 1. So 125 can be written as 5 cube, and if you take the cube root, which is power 1 by 3, this 3 and 3 cancel out and you get cube root of 125 as 5. So S equals to 5. Rearrange the formula to make t the subject. So the original formula is S equals to cube root of t plus 4, this one. Now I can take cube on both sides. So this becomes S cube and this cube root t plus 4 whole cube. So this cube root and this cube cancel out. So I get S cube equals to t plus 4, and I take 4 to the other side. I get t equals to S cube minus 4. So S cube minus 4. So question number 23 is you have to state which of the figures above could be the graph of the following. So you're given some graphs. You might know them because you studied these quadratic graphs and other graphs as well. Even if you don't know them by heart, you can quickly sketch them to find the corresponding equations. Or you can quickly sketch some values to find the graph for each of these equations. So let's start with y equals to x cube plus 2. So what is the graph for y equals to x cube? It's something like this. So at 0, so just forget this 2 here. So y equals to x cube is at 0, when x is 0, y is 0. And as x values increase, the value of y will increase with the power of 3. So it will go up like this. And similarly on the negative side, it will decrease because the cube can be negative. Unlike square, cube values can be negative. So this is your graph for, if this is your x, this is your y equals to x cube. But here you have y equals to x cube plus 2. That means you shift this graph up by 2 points. So all these points will move up or shift up by 2. So if this is 0, when x is 0, y is 0. But now this will move here when x is, let me draw this in green. So when x is 0, y will be 2. So all this graph will be shifted up by 2 points. So what is the graph similar to this green one? You are given this, which is figure F. So you can quickly mark it as F. And the next one is y equals to 2 over x. So y equals to 2 over x. What will be the value of y when x is very small, when x is close to 0? When x is 0, y will be infinity because 2 over 0 will be infinity. So, and when x is very large, assume like x is 1 billion. So 2 over 1 billion is very close to 0. So when x is very small, y is infinity. And when x is very large, y is almost 0. So it goes like this towards 0. It never touches 0, but it'll keep going closer and closer and closer. And similarly, on the negative side, you will have a similar behavior where when you're close to 0, your y value is very big on the negative side, because y over minus 0.00001 will be a very large negative value. And then if you bring x increase the value of x to decrease the value of x to minus 1 billion. So 2 over minus 1 billion will mean that y will be very small, almost close to 0, getting close to 0 all the time. So this is y over 2 over x. So which graph is similar to this? This is the similar graph. So this is this is figure A. And then the last one is y equals to 2 minus x squared. So just forget minus and 2 here. So what is the graph of y equals to x squared? Remember, this is a square, so y can never be negative. So as x increases, y increases with the power of 2. And similarly, on the negative side, you will have the exact same mirror image on the other side. As x decreases, y will increase still in the positive side. So this is like quadratic graph, or like for the quadratic equations that you have studied. And then if you include the negative sign here, so that means this graph will be completely flipped. Y will always be negative because x square will always be positive. Then you are multiplying it with a minus sign. So y will always be negative. So when x is 0, y is 0. And then if x start to decrease, y will start to decrease in fact, let me draw this in another color. So y will start to decrease in negative. And if x increases in positive, y will still decrease in negative because of this negative sign. So y is always negative. And then you include this plus 2, which means the graph, this green graph, will be shifted up by 2 value. So this will be, green will be shifted up by 2. So this point was a 0, this point will be at, this here will be, y value will be 2. So this red graph will be y equals to 2 minus x square. And this graph here, figure E, is pretty similar to the red graph here. So this will be E. So even if you don't know like these graphs by heart of x cube or x square, you can simply find values at x equals to 0 and when x is very large, and it can like give you an idea and sketch the graph from those values, and then you can compare these figures. So that's how you can solve this question. So the next question is, show that this equation can be simplified to the given equation 7x squared minus 37x minus 30. So I can take the LCM of these two, which will be x plus 2 times x minus 1. So this 12 will be multiplied by x minus 1. So 12 into x minus 1 plus 10 will be multiplied by x plus 2 equals to 7 over 2. So if I open these brackets, I get 12x minus 12 plus 10x plus 20. And I can open the brackets in the denominator as well. So x squared minus x plus 2x minus 2 equals to 7 over 2. And then I can simplify the values here. So 12x plus 10x will be 22x. 20 minus 12 will be 8. 22 plus 8 over, this will be x squared. 2x minus x will be plus x minus 2 equals to 7 over 2. Now you can cross multiply. So I will get 2 into 22x plus 8 equals to 7 into x squared plus x minus 2. Now if I open up this bracket, I get 44x plus 16 equals to 7x squared plus 7x minus 14. Let's take everything to this side. because I want positive 7x square, and I can see that a given equation has a positive 7x square as well. So I'll take everything towards the right. So I will get 7x square plus 7x minus 14 minus 44x and then minus 16 equals to 0. And then I can simplify this. So I have 7x square plus 7x minus 44x. So this will be minus 44 plus 7 will give me minus 37x. And then this minus 14 minus 16 will give me minus 30 equals to 0. So this equation is exactly the same as this, 7x squared minus 37x minus 30 equals to 0. Part B is solve by factorization. So this is the same equation as in the previous part. Now you have to solve for x using factorization. So for factorization, what we do is we multiply this value, the last one which has no x with it, with the coefficient of x squared. So this is minus 30 into 7, which is 200 and minus 210. So since this is a negative sign, I need to find two factors of 210. If I subtract them, I should get minus 37. So let's first find the factors of 210. So I can see that this is a 0, so it's divisible by 5. So 5 fours are 20, 110, 42. This is divisible by 7. So 7 6 are 42. This is divisible by 3. 3 twos are 6. So remember, all these are prime factors. And then 2 times 1. Now I have to find a combination of these factors uh, that I subtract because this was a negative. I get a negative 210 here. So I need two factors of 210, which if I subtract, I should get minus 37. So let's see. If I have 7 times 5 is 35, and then 3 twos are 6. 35 minus 6 is 29. I cannot subtract them to get minus 37. So let's see. If I have 3 twos are 6, 7 6 are 42, and I'm left with 5. So 42 times 5, 42 and 5 are factors of 210 because 42 times 5 is 210. And if I subtract 5 from 42, 42 minus 5, I get 37. So yes, I can use these two values, 42 and 5. So 7x squared, since this is negative 37x, so I will write minus 42x plus 5x. So I'm subtracting the 2 because the signs are opposite, and I'm getting minus 37. And if I multiply the 2, I get minus 210. So minus 30 as it is equals to 0. Now I can take 7x common from these two. I will be left with x minus 6. Plus I can take 5 common here. I'll be left with x minus 6 equals to 0. X minus 6, x minus 6. So x minus 6 times 7x plus 5 equals to 0. So x minus 6 equals to 0, or 7x plus 5 equals to 0. So x equals to 6, or x equals to this will be minus 5. If I take this to the other side, and then I will get over 7. So x equals to 6, or x equals to minus 5 over 7.